How does couples therapy help?
Often couples will come in to see me for two basic reasons. Are we going to stay together, or are we going to separate? And often couples will come in not knowing that they have those questions, but they do. And so the first phase of couples work is often figuring out, does a couple want to be together? How much are they willing to work at this? Do they want to separate? And if so, how do we do it amicably? And how do I then come in more as a mediator? What I often tell couples in my practice, I do a lot of coaching. I'm not a referee. So when couples come in and are fighting and say, hey, Joe, who's right? Hey, Joe, who's wrong? That's being a referee. That's not couples therapy. And I quickly explain that to couples. I'm a coach. I'm going to help you talk about your issues and use the word I or me. People that come into couples work have the most success if they change themselves and stop trying to change the other person and realize what they're doing that's sabotaging the relationship. And that is the hardest work to do as a therapist and as a couple. It's very difficult work, but the most rewarding if couples can do that.
What do you find is the most common problem with couples coming in to see you?
The issues of long-term relationship, when couples have been together for a number of years and the kids are grown up. I call it the empty nest syndrome, and they're starting to leave the nest and leave the home. The couple looks at each other and says, you know, we've been together all these years. How do we keep our sex life going? Can't let that go. How do we keep our passion for each other going, our romance, our interest? Often couples will go like this and find separate interests so that they spend less and less and less time together and become more roommates. And that's a very, very common question. I also work with couples who come in before they decide to live together or get married. Are we a good match? How are we going to know this is going to work? Are we ready to take the next step? Do we even want children? Is it okay not to want children? Those are very common questions.
And are you able to guide and give the right advice and have success again with couples that come to see you?
I hope so. I have a very low divorce rate, except for my own in my practice. I think couples that work at it stay together.
Okay.
Not all couples need therapy, but if you do, go get the help. It can be very rewarding.
And they can come and see you, and
Absolutely.
You're a great place. And you do sex therapy? That's great.
Yeah, I don't do sex therapy. I'm not a sex therapist. That's a whole different specialty. But we can talk in general about how to keep the passion and the attraction alive and to keep some sort of frequency of sex alive. So I talk about it more generally. You can tell me anything you want. I'll talk about anything. But I'm not a sex therapist specialist. I will refer on for that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. So if somebody needs a referral to go somewhere else, you're going to say, hey, I don't do this, but...
Yeah, I've got a great referral list for many issues.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
For real. There are certain things that are real specialties. And I'm very clear on what I can do and what I can't do in my practice.